Re-established.
彼は姿を現れる。What?彼は姿を現れる。彼はSo 彼 is the subject, 姿 is the object, 現れる。表す。表しました。Wait a minute, 表しました。表す。Wait a minute, 表しました is Where is the thing? The thing. Transitive. Go done. Kazuyo. Kazuyo list. The shit, where is it? Arawa shimashita. Shimashita. Shimashi. Cannot find. Shimao. Shimashita. Shimao. Completed action. Shimashita. Shimao. Yeah. Oops. Shimashita. Shimao. Completed action. Completed action. 手表したういあえおてういあえおててしました 表しました。表す。彼は予約姿をいけないしまう。しまう is informal しました。彼はようやく姿を表しました。Huh? Why is this? Wait a minute. Is it because this is Golden? Oh my god, it's Golden. Taroshi. Wait, Taroshi. Taroshi. 彼は姿を Taroshi is correct. 彼は姿を Oh my god, it's correct. Taroshi is correct. But here, why is this intransitive? I work for a large firm. Work for a firm. I work in firm. I work where? Firm. There. I work there. I work there. I work there. I work for. I work there. I work for a firm there. Explain. Intransitive. Does not have an object. What? In the following sentences, cry, work, oh, work. Huh? Why? Why? I work. What firm? Explain. Grammar. wait for people to answer on Reddit. 表す。夕食、昼食。
昼食。
出張。
主張。
住む。
住む。
思い切って。
思い切って。
送り仮名。
送り仮名。
押し入れ。
押し入れ。
朝食。
朝食。朝食。
製品。
製品。
受け止まり。受け止める。受け止める。
受け止める。ボール。建築。 建築。
エチケット。
エチケット。エチケット。
エチケット。希望。
希望。
高級。
供給から
信頼。
信頼。
古典。
古典
辞典。
辞典ことにロックはことに若者に人気だ。
戦法。
象徴。天皇は日本国の象徴です。かすか。開花からかすかの。
設置。
設置。
ごめん。
ごめん。
先生に
許可。
訓練。Wait a minute. What's the other one? 訓練。
訓練。学校で避難訓練が。
Oh, it is. 練習。Oh, okay. あやまあま甘やかす。
甘やかす。子供を甘や。
実感。
実感
透き通り。透き通る。
透き通る。
着て。
着替え
幸いにもの幸運。
幸運
しピシンとで宛先。
宛先。
well educated。教養。
教養。
訓読み。
訓読み
消極的。
消極的
加わる。
加わる
実場。
現場。事故現場には入れません。
What the hell is that? What the? 現場。権利。
権利、
公共
高級、
が、shit. Oh shit, misclick. 公共。Reopen. 再開。
再開、
何よ。何よ。grounds。根拠。
根拠、
だ。
板。
骨折。
骨折、
Japanese reading. 漢字の読み方には温度。で、音と読み。Wait a minute. 音と訓。
訓、漢字の読み方には音と訓の二通りがあるの。
自動車財税を納める。
収める。
喧嘩。喧嘩。
ガヤガヤ。生徒たちがガヤガヤと騒いでいますね。
喧嘩。喧嘩。よし。喧嘩。Where's 喧嘩。Okay. Where is 喧嘩。喧嘩。喧嘩 right? It's 喧嘩。喧嘩。It's not 喧嘩。喧嘩。Same. Kenga is for quarrel. Okay, gaya gaya. カット。
カット、カッ となって余計なことを言ってしまったな。
この葉
木の葉、秋には木の葉が赤く。
ブレデンゆっくり供給呼吸
呼吸ゆう
Please handle
扱う。この荷物は丁寧に扱ってください。
しびりしびり
背広背広をく
せびすり
カミソリ、カミソリの刃で。
紙そり消毒
消毒。
消毒
助詞助詞を変えると文の意味が変わります。
上司減少
症状医者に
訴
訴え。彼女の訴えは
合わすかす犯す
犯す
学学手学手がてしょ皇帝
皇帝。陸上部は
資産生産
財産。
オルガン
オルガン
液体
液。容器から。
Oh my God 説得
説得
迷惑が reach to ごめんなさい及ぶ
及ぶ。あなたにまで迷惑が及んで。
形容詞
形容詞大きいは形容詞です。
healthy 健全
健全。
診断
診断
住み込む
吸い込む。
初級
初級
承認
承認。
裁判
裁判。
今
9彼は
日クリーンコピースI don't know 出所
聖書この手紙を聖書してください。
聖書What? 大喜び
大喜び。
ボス
上司に相談してみます。
表す。
表す。
供給。
供給。ことに。ロックはことに
小中。
象徴天
か。
かすか開花からかすかな音が許可
被害。
着替え。
現地。
現場。事故現場。
Hate him more. Oh my god. い。お。お Wait a minute. Oh, this. ライオンの皮を切ったロバとキツネ。ロバがライオンの皮をかぶって歩き回り動物たちを脅かしていました。脅かして。そのうちにキツネが来たのであいつも脅かしてやろう。脅かしてあいつも脅かしてやろうと考えました。ところがキツネは声を聞いてすぐにロバの声だとわかりました。おあいにくさま。おあいにく。It's too bad. おあいにくさま。Unfortunately, おあいにくさま、おあいにくさま、僕だってお前の鳴き声を聞いたことがなければ震え上がる。Tremble violently. 震え上がっただろうけどね。頭が空っぽの人でもきれいに着飾って ふんぞり lie on one's back with legs outstretched. Get cocky. ふんぞり返る。ふんぞり返っていると偉そうに見えますが、一旦話を始めるとたちまち in an instant たちまち正体がバレてしまうものです。That's pretty short. ライオンの皮を切ったロバーとキツネ。The キツネ and the robar that is wearing the skin of a lion. ロバーがライオンの皮をかぶって歩き回り walk about. Okay. The robar that is wearing the skin of the lion is walking around. 歩き回り動物たちを脅かしていました。The animals are scared. 脅かしていました。そのうちにキツネが来たので。At that moment, during then, キツネ came. あいつも脅かしてやろう。Him also scare him. Let's scare him. と考えました。That the robar thought. ところが、キツネは声を切って。The moment the kitsune heard the voice, すぐにロバの声だとわかりました。Immediately recognized the voice of the robar. おあいにく様。Unfortunately, 僕らって for me, お前の鳴き声を聞いたことがなければお前の鳴き声を聞いたことがなければ震え上がっただろうけどね。お前の If I did not hear your cries, I would be trembling violently. I would be scared. 震え上がっただろうけどね。Unfortunately for you, for me, I would be scared if I had not heard your voice. 頭が空っぽの人でも for people who are not smart きれいのきざきざかざ着飾って着飾る着飾ってふんきれいに着飾ふんsorry oh right ふんぞり書いてふんぞり書いてきれいに着飾ってふんぞり書いていると偉いそうに見えますが for people whose mind is okay who is not that smart even if they dress prettily and cockily 見えますが and cockily show that they are 偉いそう important make themselves important looking 一旦話を始めると the moment they start speaking たちまち正体がバレてしまうものです。たちまち immediately they will show their 正体 true self 正体がバレる they will spill they will their true self will be revealed たちまち正体がバレてしまうものです。おしまい。The donkey in the lion's skin and the fox. A donkey in the lion's skin was walking around and threatening other animals. Scaring, not threatening, I think. Threaten, menace, intimidate. Okay. After a while, a fox appeared. Well, I'm going to threaten him. Scare him, the donkey thought. However, when the fox heard the donkey's voice, he spotted that the donkey was in the lion's skin. The fox said, "Bad luck. Unfortunately, if I had never heard your voice, I would have been threatened by your look. Even people who do not know anything might look noble if they dress nicely and act proudly." Oh. 頭が空っぽの人でも even for people who are not smart. Okay. きれいに着飾ってふんぞり書いていると偉いそうに見えますが Okay. Even for those who are not that smart, they will look dignified, noble. They will look noble when they are wearing pretty clothes and act proudly. But once they start start to talk, their true identities will tend to come out. Okay.
ライオンの皮を着たロバとキツネ。ロバがライオンの皮をかぶって歩き回り、動物たちを脅かしていました。そのうちにキツネが来たので、あいつも脅かしてやろうと考えました。ところがキツネは声を聞いて、すぐにロバの声だと分かりました。おあいにくさま、僕だってお前の鳴き声を聞いたことがなければ震え上がっただろうけどね。頭が空っぽの人でもきれいに着飾ってふんぞり返っていると偉そうに見えますが、一旦話を始めるとたちまち正体がバレてしまうものです。おしまい。
Treasure loudly. Gaya gaya.
ガヤガヤ。
呼吸。
呼吸。
扱う。この荷物は丁寧に扱ってください。
背広。
背広。
カミソリ。
カミソリ。カミソリの刃で。
ソリ。What is that sound? What? Symptom. 象徴。
症状。
訴え。
訴え。
財産。
財産。
吸い込む。
吸い込む。
9。彼は
聖書。
聖書。ことに。ロックはことに若者。
象徴。
象徴。かすか。開花からかすかな音。
先生にミッション。出荷。
許可。先生に許可をもらって。
許可。現場。
現場。
助詞。
助詞を変えると。
助詞。7 more. Should I just watch one video and then stop? When did I start? When did I start? Three o'clock? About there.
Hello, pretty peoples. Kawajapa no Kyodori desu. I am Kyodori from Kawajapa. In our last lesson, we learned about the fundamental structure of the wa and ga particles as they work in sentences. the logical ga structure and the non-logical wa topic comment structure. Now that we are armed with that information, we can put it into action. If you look around the internet, you'll see various different things. You'll read about a differentiating function. You'll read about marking new information as opposed to old information in the way that A and the do in English. You will read about distinguishing one thing from other things, and you'll read about throwing emphasis forward from the particle or backward from the particle onto what comes before it. All of this information is correct. However, it gives the impression of a number of different random functions that you just have to learn, connected with wa and ga. What we are going to do today is look at the way that all those functions are in fact linked together, and linked together by the fundamental structures we studied last week. This is not going to make it possible for you all at once to use wa and ga correctly in every case, because whole books have been written on this subject, and it is quite subtle and complex at the more advanced levels. But having a grasp of the fundamental principles and how they apply will give you a strong head start in being able to use them broadly correctly from the beginning and fully correctly.
I think I've watched this.
And those other principles mentioned. The noun is longer. Been mentioned before. Everyone knows.
Yeah.
Hello, pretty peoples. Kawajapa no Kyodori desu. I am Kyodori from Kawajapa. Today we are going to talk about the particle ni. Kinetic RBWY-san thanks me for making it clear how the different uses of the particle wa are all tied to its core function. And she says the other thing that has been hard for me to get a proper handle on is ni, mostly because of its sheer versatility. Now ni is indeed a very versatile particle, but most of its more basic functions do tie together with one core functionality, and that is that ni is what I call the destination particle. When you first encounter ni, it's probably as a literal destination, isn't it? Watashi wa koen ni ikimashita. I went to the park. The park was the destination of my going, the literal destination. And we also use it for a thing that has achieved its destination and remains there. Watashi wa koen ni imashita. I was at the park. I went there. That was my destination, and now I am there. We use it all also in the same way for inanimate objects. Hon wa teburu no ue ni arimashita. There was a book on the table, or literally on of the table a book existed. Somebody put it there at some point. That was its destination. At some future point someone will take it away. But currently it is at its arrived, completed destination. Now, if we're doing anything at the park other than simply being there, we have to use de. Koen de hon o yonda. At the park I read a book, but so long as we are treating it simply as the destination to which we went, or the destination at which we have arrived and remain, we use ni. We use ni for either riding a train or getting on a train. Densha ni norimashita can mean I got on the train, or it can mean I rode on the train. And you see, these are the two uses of ni. To get on the train is our destination. To ride the train, why do we say that when we're taking the action of riding the train? Well, simply riding the train is not an action, is it? The train moves at 200 miles an hour, but we don't move at all. If we throw a ball into the air, it does not fly backwards in the train at 200 miles an hour. It falls back into our hand. That is because in relation to the train, we are stationary. And although this is the theory of relativity, and people didn't know this at an earlier time, it is a fact of human experience. So to ride the train is simply a question of being, just as sitting in a room is simply a question of being. Now, so far we have talked about we as a literal destination in space, but it can be a more figurative destination. If we look at the sentence, Koen ni asobi ni ikimashita, we see two ni's, and they are both marking a kind of destination. Koen ni ikimashita obviously is the straightforward destination marker. The park was the place I went to. I went to the park to play. Koen ni ikimashita marks the physical destination. Asobi ni marks the ultimate destination of the action, its intention, its aim, its destination. The destination of going was the park, but the destination of the entire action, going to the park, its aim was to play. Koen ni asobi ni ikimashita. Now, once we understand that kind of figurative destination, we also understand why ni marks the indirect object of a sentence. Boru wo Mary ni nageta. I threw a ball at or to Mary. The ball is the thing I actually threw, but the ultimate destination of that action was Mary. In English, we say I threw the ball at Mary, I threw the ball to Mary, or even I dropped the ball on Mary. In Japanese, we always use the same particle ni, so it's in fact rather simpler. Ni in this case is marking the ultimate destination of the action. Now, from this targeting or destination concept, we can also understand the way ni is used with words like naru, to become. Hime wa kaeru ni narimashita. The princess turned into a frog. Watashi wa issho ni naritai. I wish to become a doctor. In each of these cases, ni is marking the target, the destination of the transformation, isn't it? A frog is what the princess turned into. A doctor is what I wish to become, the target of that transformation. You can also use the active suru in these cases rather than the passive naru. You can turn something into something else, and the target of that transformation is always going to be marked by ni. Now, understanding this also helps us to understand another aspect of ni, which is its use with so-called na adjectives. If you use ni in place of na with a na adjective, it becomes not an adjective but an adverb. For example, if we say Shizuka na onna no ko, we are saying a quiet girl. But if we say Shizuka ni aruita, we are saying walked quietly. If a teacher in an anime says Shizuka,
What?
saying walked girl. But if we say Shizuka ni aruita, we are saying a quiet. We say Shizuka na onna no ko, we are saying a quiet girl. But if we say Shizuka ni aruita, we are saying walked quietly. If a teacher in an anime says Shizuka ni, that means be quiet. Literally, it's short for Shizuka ni shite kudasai, please be quiet, or literally, please do quietly. That means be quiet. If it's ni aruita, then if we say Shizuka na
Shizuka.
onna no ko, we are saying a quiet girl. But if we say Shizuka ni aruita, we are saying walked quietly. If a teacher in an anime says Shizuka ni, that means be quiet. Literally, it's short for Shizuka ni shite kudasai, please be quiet, or literally, please do quietly, or more naturally, please act quietly, please act in a quiet manner. So you see, ni here is marking the target of the transformation of the action. If we say, 彼女は綺麗に見えた, she looked pretty, the actual structure of that sentence, as you can see, is 彼女が, the actor, looked. She looked. And 綺麗に is telling us more about the way she looked. She appeared. How did she appear? She appeared pretty. The target of her appearance was prettiness, the target of that transformation. We can also see how this connects to the use of ni to mark the indirect object. We say, ボールをメリーに投げた. I threw the ball at Mary. The action is throwing the ball, and the ultimate target of that action is Mary, isn't it? In this case, 彼女は綺麗に見えた. The actual action is the girl appeared, but the ultimate target of that action is prettiness. She appeared. How did she appear? She appeared pretty. That's the ultimate target. That's the target of the transformation of the action. She appeared in a pretty way. Pretty is how she appeared. Alright, so with the notion of targeting, I think we can understand most of the common functions of ni. In relation to human interaction, there are some other things to consider, but that really would be opening a fresh subject, so that would be something perhaps for another lesson. Please remember that the course book for this course of lessons is Unlocking Japan.
Okay. 上司
上司に相談してみます。
handle 扱う
扱う。この荷物は丁寧に扱っ。
カミソリ
カミソリ。カミソリの刃で。症状
医者に症状を
ことに
ロックはことに若者に人気だ。
ことに
かすか。開花からかすかな音が聞こえた。
かすかことに許可。先生。 Two more. Okay, that's good. Finally, let me take a look at the intransitive thing. I work for a large firm in Paris. For a large firm is a prepositional phrase. For a large firm is a prepositional phrase. What is prepositional? Formed with or functioning as a preposition. What's a preposition? A word governing and usually preceding a noun or pronoun and expressing a relation to another word or element in the clause, as in the man on the platform. On is the preposition. Okay. She arrived after dinner. After. What did you do it for? It's not an object. Typically, a direct object requires no preposition like for, to, in, etc. Sleep is another intransitive verb because you can sleep for 2 hours. Sleep for 2 hours. But you cannot sleep something. Oh. Okay, so anything is related to preposition is not an object. It's a prepositional phrase, i.e. it does not take an object. Work is typically an intransitive verb in English with limited exceptions. Hataraku is also usually intransitive in Japanese when meaning work, but can be transitive when meaning commit a crime, like 合同を働く。強盗を働く。Because work as a verb has to be used with preposition. Okay. So because of the preposition, so it's not an object. I see. Interesting. Alright, I'll continue tomorrow. It's about 2 hours.